Tell us everything.
We pray that you move all the obstacles. We truly lived up to that as an Iron Lady. Whatever you said, went, whatever you... Thanks.
I say goodbye. Always I love you.
Shiva
Organize his pocket.
Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Om Maya. Om Namah Shivaya. Shri Ram Nama Bolo. Shri Ram Nama. Shri Ram Nama Bolo. Shri Ram Nama. Shri Ram Nama Bolo. 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 Shri Ram. Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Hare Ram Hare Krishna Radhe Govinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Hare Ram Hare Krishna Radhe Govinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Hare Ram Hare Krishna Radhe Govinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Hare Ram Hare Krishna Radhe Govinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Hare Ram Hare Krishna Radhe Govinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Hare Ram Hare Krishna Radhe Govinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Hare Ram Hare Krishna Radhe Govinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Hare Ram Hare Krishna Radhe Govinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Hare Ram Hare Krishna Radhe Govinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Hare Ram Hare Krishna Radhe Govinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Hare Ram Hare Krishna Radhe Govinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Hare Ram Hare Krishna Radhe Govinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Hare Ram Hare Krishna Radhe Govinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Radhe Govinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Radhe Govinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Radhe Govinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Radhe Govinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Radhe Govinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Radhe Govinda.
Vinayak Namo Namah Ganapati Bappa Moria Ganapati Namo Namah Siddhivinayak Namo Namah Ashtavinayak Namo Namah Ganapati Bappa Moria Ganapati Namo Namah Siddhivinayak Namo Namah Ashtavinayak Namo Namah Ganapati Bappa Moria Om Ganapati Namo Namah Siddhivinayak Namo Namah Ashtavinayak Namo Namah Ganapati Bappa Moria Om Ganapati Namo Namah Siddhivinayak Namo Namah Ashtavinayak Namo Namah Ganapati Bappa Moria Siddhivinayak Namo Namah Ashtavinayak Namo Namah Ganapati Bappa Moria. Vasudeva Om Namo Vasudeva Vasudevaya. Om Namo Vasudeva Vasudevaya. Om Namo Vasudeva Vasudevaya. Vasudevaya, Om Vasudevaya. Vasudevaya, Om Vasudevaya. Vasudevaya, Om Vasudevaya. Vasudevaya, Om Vasudevaya. Om Namo Krishna Nanda Krishna Nandaya. 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 Krishna Nandaya, Om 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 Krishna Nandaya. Om Namo Vishnu Deva Vishnu Devaya. 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 Vishnu Devaya, Om 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 Vishnu Devaya. Om Namo Narayana Narayana. Om Namo Narayana Narayana. Om Namo Narayana Narayana. Om Namo Narayana Narayana. Narayana, Om Narayana. Narayana, Om Narayana. Narayana, Om Narayana. Narayana, Om Narayana. Om Namo Vasudeva Vasudevaya. Om Namo Vasudeva Vasudevaya. Om Namo Vasudeva Vasudevaya. Om Namo Vasudeva Vasudevaya.
Namaste to everybody this morning. Pandit Sonyaji is going to do the first part of the rituals here, and then the final part we're going to do it at the crematorium, right? So, Panditji.
Om Namo Bhagavate Shivanandaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Shivanandaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Shivaya. पवित्र पवित्र वा सर्ववस्थां गातो पीवा यह समरेत्य पुंडरी काक्षां सवहि वियंत्रः शुचि. ओम केशवाय नमः. ओम मधुवाय नमः. ओम गोविंदाय नमो नमः. ओम हस्ता प्रदक्षिण. ओम पवित्रेस्तो वैष्णव्यो सवितूर्वः प्रसुभोत्तरं यचिग्रेण पवित्रेषु व्यासे रश्मिभिः तस्य ते पवित्रपते पूतस्य यत्कमः पुने. मोल्ड लगाए थे. आद्यामुख प्रत्यह प्रकटवन वृत्य उत्तम लोका प्रप्यातम और वे देहिकम करिष्ये आद्यामुख गोत्र लीलामती प्रेत मृतस्थाने शवान मित्तो ब्रह्मा देवतो वहेशे ते पिंडो में या दिया था तब वो आद्यामुख प्रत्यह प्रकटवन वृत्य उत्तम लोका प्रप्यातम और वे देहिकम करिष्ये आद्यामुख गोत्र लीलामती प्रेत आद्यामुख गोत्र लीलामती प्रेत द्वारा देशे पंत निमित्तो विष्णु देवतो वहेशे ते पिंडो में या दिया था तब वो प्रतिष्ठा वो पढ़ना आद्यामुख प्रत्यह प्रकटवन वृत्य उत्तम लोक प्रप्यार्थम और वे देहिकम करिष्ये आद्यामुख गोत्र लीलामती प्रेत चत्वर केचन निमित्तो वहेशे ते पिंडो में या दिया था तब वो प्रतिष्ठा
Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Shri Ram Jaya 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 Ram Jaya Jaya Ram
Thank you, Panditji. Okay, y'all can come view in an orderly manner so that you don't have so much people. Yeah, they come. You're gonna come from. You can bring that chair now. From the right hand. Yeah, from the right hand side. Yeah. Come through, come through. दूर कर हमारा संसार की रचैया, जल्दी से दो सहारा, दूर कर हमारा संसार की रचैया, जल्दी से दो सहारा, बिन कोई हमारा रक्षा नहीं यहाँ पर, ढूंढो जहाँ सहारा, तुम सहारा ही जाएगा, बिन कोई हमारा रक्षा नहीं यहाँ पर, ढूंढो जहाँ सहारा, तुम सहारा ही जाएगा, सुख के सब संगाती दुनिया के सारे तेरे शिवा।
You must stop here so that nobody goes on this way.
संगाती दुनिया की यार सारे तेरे शिवा फांसी हुए न कुछ पल, तेरे बिना हमारा कोई नहीं सुनाया, दुख दूर कर हमारा संसार की रचैया, जल्दी से दो सहारा, मचा फंस के हमको हसीन हुए न कुछ पल, तेरे बिना हमारा कोई नहीं सुनाया, दुख दूर कर हमारा संसार की रचैया, जल्दी से दो सहारा, चारों तरफ से हमें गंगे गठारे छाई, सुख का करो उजाला, सुख का दुख दूर कर हमारा संसार की रचैया, जल्दी से दो सहारा, दूर कर हमारा संसार की रचैया, जल्दी से दो सहारा, दूर कर हमारा संसार की रचैया, जल्दी से दो सहारा, सदाचारी बने ब्रह्मचारी धर्मरक्षा वीर विद्याधारी बने प्रेम से हम गुरु चरणों को ये सेवा कर रहे सत्य बोल झूठ दागे आपसा में करे हिंदी के किसी की हमें किसी की भूल करा भी नहीं करे दिव्य जीवन को हमारे आशा तेरा ज्ञान करे हे प्रभु आनंद दाता ज्ञान हमको दीजिए हे प्रभु आनंद दाता ज्ञान हमको दीजिए शेखरा सारे दुर्गन को दूर हमारे कीजिए हे प्रभु आनंद दाता ज्ञान हमको लीजिए लीजिए हमको शरण में हम सदाचारी बने हे प्रभु आनंद दाता ज्ञान हमको लीजिए हे प्रभु आनंद दाता ज्ञान हमको लीजिए हे प्रभु आनंद दाता ज्ञान हमको लीजिए। एक दिन हमें भी जाना है एक दिन हमें भी जाना है जग चला जाते सारा इसका कौन ठिकाना है एक दिन हमें भी जाना है जग चला जाते सारा इसका कौन ठिकाना है खूब मौज कर देखे तमाशा खूब मौज कर देखे तमाशा खेल अन्न को खेल करनी है सो कर फिर न आन हे प्रभु आनंद है आनंद दाता नाता बोल है एक दिन हमें भी जाना है जग चला जाते ही सारा इसका कौन ठिकाना है काउरी काउरी करके जोरी बारा खजाना है संग न जाई उसके साथी फिर पहचाना है
जाना है, जग चला जाते ही सारा, इसका कौन ठिकाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है। सिया राम जय राजा राम, जय राधे श्याम जय सीताराम, जय सिया राम जय राजा राम, जय राधे श्याम जय सीताराम, जय हनुमान बोलो जय हनुमान, जय हनुमान बोलो जय हनुमान, जय हनुमान बोलो जय हनुमान, जय हनुमान बोलो जय हनुमान। आओ आओ प्रभु मैं पूजा करूंगी, छोटे से एक मंदिर में बैठाऊंगी। आओ आओ प्रभु मैं पूजा करूंगी, छोटे से एक मंदिर में बैठाऊंगी। जय हनुमान बोलो जय हनुमान, जय हनुमान बोलो जय हनुमान, जय हनुमान बोलो जय हनुमान, जय हनुमान बोलो जय हनुमान। आओ आओ प्रभु मैं पूजा करूंगी, राम सीता लक्ष्मण हनुमान की जय। आओ आओ प्रभु मैं पूजा करूंगी, राम सीता लक्ष्मण हनुमान की जय। जय हनुमान बोलो जय हनुमान, जय हनुमान बोलो जय हनुमान, जय हनुमान बोलो जय हनुमान, जय हनुमान बोलो जय हनुमान। आओ प्रभु मैं पूजा करूंगी, छोटे से एक मंदिर में बैठाऊंगी। आओ आओ प्रभु मैं पूजा करूंगी, छोटे से एक मंदिर में बैठाऊंगी। जय हनुमान बोलो जय हनुमान, जय हनुमान बोलो जय हनुमान, जय हनुमान बोलो जय हनुमान, जय हनुमान बोलो जय हनुमान। आओ प्रभु मैं पूजा करूंगी, राम सीता लक्ष्मण हनुमान की जय। आओ आओ प्रभु मैं पूजा करूंगी, राम सीता लक्ष्मण हनुमान की जय। जय हनुमान बोलो जय हनुमान, जय हनुमान बोलो जय हनुमान, जय हनुमान बोलो जय हनुमान, जय हनुमान बोलो जय हनुमान। जय सिया राम जय राजा राम, जय राधे श्याम जय सीताराम, जय सिया राम जय राजा राम, जय राधे श्याम जय सीताराम।
Okay, namaste. Thank you for being here this morning. We do have masks here just in case you all want to cover your mouths. I think it's important that we do. We don't want to take any chances. And also there's water here as well. Please help yourself. Okay. I think we got a program director here, Geeta. And Geeta will take us through the program.
Namaste, Vanakkam, good morning to every one of us here. My name is Geeta and I will be a coordinator for this proceeding today. I am the niece of Ma, the late Mrs. Sewduth. Ladies and gentlemen, today is a very sad day as we come to say farewell to my Mosi. Is actually my big mother, Mrs. Leilamathee Sewduth. And actually today is a very auspicious day. It is Mother's Day. So, who is a mother? A mother who is someone who is loving, compassionate, caring, strong, and protective of her family. She accepts her children for whoever they are. A mother has unconditional love for all her family. And a mother's love is the purest form of love. And my Mosi was the epitome of all this. She led by example. And it's something that we all can take a leaf of her book. She was an exceptional role model. And we are so lucky that we still have two other Mosis still with us. And we appreciate you. Sheila Mosi, Margaret Mosi, thank you for still being here with us. We love you. A mother spreads her wings and gathers all her family. And it's so fitting that today, on Mother's Day, we are here today to bid farewell and to celebrate her life. My Mosi was a mother, a grandmother, great-grandmother, and great-grandmother of 5 generations. She was so loved by all that today's proceeding, we have quite a few speakers. They were so in awe of all of her. We will have a few speakers here and at the crematorium, so please bear with us and we will take you through it as we go along. Thank you to the Pandit for taking us through his prayer earlier on. Thank you for the lovely services rendered. It brings so much of peace to the family. Thank you so much. Our first speaker for today is my Mosi, Margaret Mosi, sister of Mrs. Sewduth. We will take the mic to her. If somebody could do that.
Dear family, friends, relatives, and our dear loving children of my late sister, Leilamathee Sewduth. Today is a very sad day in all our family, especially with their children. I want to say that she was a sister in a million. Very loving, very caring, cooking, feeding. You know, one's mind goes back, especially in these days, when one has to think back and say what they really, our parents went through to bring us in this world, take care of us, and also teach us the right path to walk. Today, in our social life, we have faced a lot of tragedy. We face a lot of problems with our children too. But the parents always tolerated. As for my late sister that's laying today peacefully, faced a lot of problems. And she brought all of us up very closely to the family. Our sister Leilamathee Sewduth today rests in peace. And what she left behind, a very great memory. And that memory, I think we should all treasure. Her goodness, her love, her caring for people. No matter what happened when you went to her house, First thing, she'll be gone in the kitchen and make things for you to have before you leave the house. You know, my dear ones, today they say, be good, do good. Love all, save all. Love ever, hate never. She brought her children up in such a way, in such a good manners. She taught them respect. And she taught them everything in life. Her daughters, she stood by the side and taught them how to cook, how to do everything. As for her son today, that is standing here, Daya, I think you have lost a great treasure in your life that really took care of you, and so that you have the knowledge and strength. And you are never alone in South Africa. You're always moving around and seeing to other people's problems, seeing to your work, getting yourself moving. And all is because our parents. And when your parents leave you, you know, they don't only leave you, but they take away whatever happiness, whatever sadness you have. They take it away. And what they leave behind, very, very great memories. And I think we must all treasure our memories. As she lived to save all, love all. And she always said, we must love each other, mustn't hate each other. Especially get closer to the people, your neighbors, your friends, and everybody. Today I want to say to the children there, you have lost the greatest person in your life. And to your sisters, I want to say, God give you all the courage and strength, and their children, grandchildren, all that God give them strength and courage to bear this great loss. As for me, I stand here in front of you. She always encouraged me. Whenever I went out, she'll always say, be safe, come back safe. Because I was never at home. I used to do my social work. I'm going to miss my sister very, very much. And today I feel that we have lost a great treasure of us in our life. I want to say to all my beloved friends and families that we are here together, and I want to thank you all for coming together. And this is the greatest thing in life, of coming together. Don't wait for any tragic to happen, then come together. Go visit each other, love each other, serve each other. This is what life is all about. What do we all leave behind? Only your name, your good name. Forget about your fame, just good name. I want to say to her children, you'll have lost a great treasure, and pray, we all pray that God gives you all strength and courage to bear this great loss. Family, friends, may I also convey my thank you again to all of you here that has sacrificed the time and have come to pay your last tribute to my dear sister. May God bless all of you. I thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mosi. We will continue with the service, the bhajan group. Whoever haven't paid their respects as yet, please come forward.
Thank you so much, Mosi, for your words.
Mataji, गाते हम न तुम्हारे, गाते हम न तुम्हारे, ओ माँ, गाते हम न तुम्हारे, अम्बे माता कोई बोले, दुर्गा माता कोई बोले, अम्बे माता कोई बोले, दुर्गा माता कोई बोले, तू है सहारा जग की जननी, गाते हम न तुम्हारी, गाते हम न तुम्हारी, माता जी गाते हम न तुम्हारी, लक्ष्मी माता कोई बोले, सरस्वती माता कोई बोले, लक्ष्मी माता कोई बोले, सरस्वती माता कोई बोले, तू है सहारा जग की जननी, गाते हम न तुम्हारी, गाते हम न तुम्हारी, माता जी गाते हम न तुम्हारी, हम सब है माँ बालक तेरी, तू है मैया माता मेरी, हम सब है माँ बालक तेरी, तू है मैया माता मेरी, तू है सहारा जग की जननी, गाते हम न तुम्हारी, गाते हम न तुम्हारी, माता जी गाते हम न तुम्हारी, माता जी गाते हम न तुम्हारी, गाते हम न तुम्हारी, ओ माँ गाते हम न तुम्हारी। कभी अम्बे बन के कभी जगदम्बे बन के चले आना, माता जी चले आना, कभी अम्बे बन के कभी जगदम्बा बन के चले आना, माता जी चले आना, तुम काली रूप में आना, तुम काली रूप में आना, शक्ति साथ लेके कपड़ हाथ लेके चले आना माता जी चले आना कभी अम्बे बनेगी कभी जगदम्बा बनेगी चले आना माता जी चले आना कभी अम्बे बनेगी कभी जगदम्बा बनेगी चले आना माता जी चले आना तुम लक्ष्मी रूप में आना तुम लक्ष्मी रूप में आना शक्ति साथ लेके तन साथ लेके चले आना माता जी चले आना कभी अम्बे बनेगी कभी जगदम्बे बनेगी चले आना माता जी चले आना कभी अम्बे बनेगी कभी जगदम्बे बनेगी चले आना माता जी चले आना माता जी चले आना माता जी चले आना
Ladies and gentlemen, to give you a little bit more insight into my Mosi. My Mosi, personified grace, had excellent mannerism, was a very well-read person, and she had character. For those that knew her well are truly blessed to have known a woman of her stature. There was never a dull moment chatting to Mosi. She often left us ripped with laughter. Even though in her latter years, her short-term memory, her short-term memory failed her. But her long-term memory was a story time for all of us. We learned a lot about her siblings, her childhood, and especially my mum, our mum. She filled the void left by my mum. She used to tell us that she accompanied my mum to hospital in an ambulance when she was so sick. And she used to take 2 Pullman buses to come and visit us when we were so little. That was my Mosi. We loved her to bits. And at the same time, I just want to say a special thank you to Nonchle. We appreciate everything that you did for Ma. We know you loved her to bits, you took care of her, and you were a mother as well to her. And for that, we all appreciate you so much. Thank you so much, Nonchle. Our next speaker for today is Vivasha. Vivasha.
Namaste, dear loved ones. The day has finally come where we bid farewell to our matriarch, Mrs. Leilamathee Sewduth. I'm Vivasha guiding, unfortunately, one of her granddaughters. Initially, I thought, with today being Mother's Day, how can we put our mother to rest? And then I started to remember Aji, and I thought, what better way to have everyone together and celebrate the life of the mother of our entire family. I say this because if you ever sat with Aji and heard how she began her life, you would hear how hard she worked to take care of family, making sure everyone was warm and fed, all the children were bathed and taken care of. And no matter what, even if it was very basic, she made sure everybody went to school. She would often tell us stories of how Kaka began his studies by candlelight and the importance of us appreciating the privilege of school and the light switch. And she would always say to us, always say to us, and I think Nikhil, you can back me up on this one. If you have a big mouth, then your marks must match your mouth. Aji was proud of everyone's achievements. Big or small, she never hesitated to acknowledge it. And she made us feel proud of ourselves. Often, together with my Puas and Uncle Bob, we would sit with her, eager to hear the stories from her earlier days. These stories are our treasures. However, we understood that together with Aja, love and family were the foundations of her life. Within their means, the two made many sacrifices to make sure everyone was taken care of. As the years went by and Aji grew older, she continued to fulfill her responsibilities. If anyone was getting married, did prayer, had a funeral in their home, she would pack her bags and go and stay over. Often Aji would pack her bags and Sylvie Pua too and come and stay in Pietermaritzburg. My mom, Sylvie Pua and Aji were like 3 teenage girls excited to have a sleepover together. They would take literally any opportunity to spend time together and giggle. When my mom passed away, Aji never left my side. She still came and stayed over and gave me a mother's support. When everyone would be afraid to touch, as she would say, my shoebox-sized baby, Aji was happy to bathe her and give her a hot oil rub. Aji always made each one of us feel special. She was always thinking of us, especially Kavir and the girls. Once, she even went to a function and hid 3 plastic cereal bowls in her sari so that she could gift it to Adya and Sanvi. We laughed at her that day. Oh, how we laughed. But not everything was fun and laughter. Aji loved her sons, all the boys, and the son-in-laws, and made no attempt of hiding it. When I got married, she was the first to give me 3 pieces of advice. The first was to make sure your home and you were clean. She was pedantic about being clean. The next was to make sure Kavir was okay. She favored him every single time. All her daughters, granddaughters, and great-granddaughters know that Aji would definitely judge you if she saw you eating and hasn't seen any of the other boys eaten as yet. When you share journey with an amazing personality like Aji, you want to share all of your happy memories and experiences you've had with her. You want to thank her, and you want for the amazing opportunities her advice has brought you. However, there isn't enough time. Aji has made everyone feel loved. She spent quality time with each of us, laughed with us, danced with us, scolded us. But most importantly, she made all of us, especially me, feel that I had her support. This has filtered through in my Kaka, Auntie Corinne, my Puas, and all of their children. Their love, kindness, and endless support is a testament to the person Aji was. In the last few days, Aji wasn't quite the strong and sassy lady we once knew. Yet they all came together to make sure Aji was comfortable. This home was open any day and every day. We were always received with kindness despite the challenge of the day. I'm so grateful to be a part of such a beautiful family, and more so to have had such a precious, simple and wonderful soul as my Aji. I will miss you, Aji. Your constant digs at me, that your affection for Kabir outranks your affection for me. And as we each embrace the next chapter of this journey without you, we will forever carry with us your imprint within us. I love you, Aji.
Thank you, Prabhasha. We will continue with the service.
Shivaya Narayana Hari Gangadharani Om Hari Hari Om Shiva Shankara Om Kailashavasa Om Namah Shivaya Narayana Hari Gangadharani Om Madhavane Shiva Shankarane Narayana Hari Om Paramatma Ekhanani Narayana Hari Om Narayana Hari Om.
Ladies and gentlemen, just to give you a little bit more insight into my Mosi, we look forward to our visits to our house in Isipingo Rail. The freshly baked savories and hot tea from the outside kitchen was something we will not forget. She made the best pickles and the best banana puri. I'm sure lots of you know about that. She had no pressure, no sugar, but had the sweetest tooth of us all, and that's where we inherit. Ladies and gentlemen, our next speaker is Daya, and he'll give you more insight into Ma, my Mosi, and to Daya.
Thank you very much, Geeta, and thank you to my cousin and his service group, Surya Sangeet. You really made this last hour or two bearable. Mine is going to be more of a lot of thanks. So, dear friends and family, I firstly thank you for coming out and paying tribute on the send-off of Ma. It's always difficult to lose a loved one, and more especially if it's a send-off on Mother's Day. I recall standing here something like 23 years ago in September when our daughter Tereshka passed on. Many of you were here. It was a bright and sunny day, and I saw a lot of that brightness. Amazingly, today is outcast, but when I look out across this casket of Ma, I just see such bright light, coming through on this particular send-off. On that same note, we do take comfort with the fact that our home priest, Pandit Grandchild, assured us that Ma passed on peacefully during this auspicious period of Akshaya Tritiya. And of course on Thursday, many of you sitting here would have observed Ascension Day. It is on that day when Ma's soul left her body to ascend on its journey towards moksha. You would have heard earlier that our family is a nice mixture of Hindus, Muslims, Christians, and I do believe we have some aspirant Buddhists amongst us. It certainly epitomized the values that Ma had learned to embody and to become, or to ingrain that in all of us, to be all loving and all accommodating, like my Margaret Mosi had indicated. Talking about the loss of my late daughter, I remember that because just before Ma passed on, she was telling my sister Wisha, you know, there's this little girl sitting on a bed next to her at the foot, and in fact not even sitting on the bed, sitting on her feet, and she doesn't know why this little child is doing that. So in a way I was glad that Ma is remembered Tereshka. Like a lot of my ancestors who came to visit, I unfortunately couldn't see them. None of my families could see them. But she introduced us and reminded us about my late daddy, about Sylvie, about Baba, our big father, about Dilubai, about Lal, and my sister Sylvie. And it seems like they all came around to accommodate her. She gave strict instructions, which I think will be followed over the next 13 days. Her instructions was actually that Usha must cook the dal and khichdi and chutney, and we must have it for the next 16 days. So you can see she prepared herself and left clear instructions on what should happen. So in a way, we take comfort in the sense that she kind of prepared to ascend, as I said, even on Ascension Day, and make her journey, which I believe is to moksha. On that Thursday when Ma passed on, I actually shared an image. Many of you may have seen this on social media. If you haven't, I'll try and describe it. It was an image of an Indian woman standing over what is called a washing stone. Many people may not know this, but many of you would. On the outside, you have this huge concrete slab, washing stone, where you literally wash clothes by hand. Bend over to the bucket, rinse off. I shared this because it just, you know, embodied everything that we knew about Ma, about her hard work, about her sacrifice, about toiling from early in the morning till late at night, not just for her children, even for her extended family. And I think June and Shantibaini will remember she sacrificed and was there for over so many years. And late at night when we still had that coal stove, she would be still sitting, putting in the iron there and ironing off the school clothes. And my late cousin Lal would be the one that would sit with her, whether it was until 11 o'clock at night. So yes, she's come from strong stock, but she struggled physically through, and it's probably through that wear and tear during the last 3-4 months that it really wore her down. But it was still that determination that drove her forward. So much so that, you know, someday I could share to you over the last 3 months her vital sign readings. And you'd be amazed to see what her systolic and diastolic readings were, her oxygen saturation. It was probably good as many people half that age. Nansha used to take it whenever I travel. Nansha will take it 9:30 in the morning, 6:30, and it's just so amazing to see how healthy Ma's vital signs were. So that is why, you know, we almost thought in some instances that she was invincible. So much so that even though she was very tired and she was going through the pain points in the last 3 months, we had to keep a close eye on her, an absolutely close eye, because on that couch of ours, which is not very comfortable, if I may say so, you literally sink in. It was amazing to see her get up like a spring chicken when you least expect it and walk herself to the bathroom. So that's why we thought she was quite invincible. So it was not so much worried about her illness, but worried about when she's going to spring up and go walk about on her own. Fortunately, Nanshe was there to make sure that if she needed to come out and sit here and she needed to go to the bath, that she was always by her side. During the last day itself, it was so beautiful to see her when I was abroad at the time, and 30 minutes before she passed on a video call, it was, I wish it was recorded, to see the brightness, to see the smile, and to see how she radiated her birthday. And that was more right up to the end. Nanshan had, shortly after we spoke, had supper, and then unfortunately the call to Charlene and Donovan to come through because she was breathing a lot. But she had a full supper, and as I said, was bright and breezy as she was for the rest of the time. So in a sense, most problem, yes, was the wear and tear, and yes, was the pain, over the last few years. But it was not so much the physical body that wore down. Unfortunately, her mental space was the problem through the dementia and the short-term memory loss, as was described, and that disorientated her. So every day she would wake up, and the first thing she says, when are they discharging me? When are we going home? But obviously, by the time she came to the lounge, or Nansha and her sat out here and spoke, she was at peace, because then she knew she was at home. So yeah, it was that kind of thing that really, she would every morning, when are you taking me to Springbok? When are we going to go to 16 Seaway Road? And for many of you that didn't know, fortunately, yesterday we were able to get a little bit of the soil of our ancestral home in the Sipingo and put it into a casket to journey with as well. So I hope Ma has finally found that kind of closure of 16 Seaway Road, the home, the extended family that I tried to describe to you. We certainly acknowledge all the support and well wishes during Ma's illness. Her surviving sisters are here, as you were introduced to, Sheila Marcy and Margaret Marcy, and thank you for the tribute. Before I end, I also want to acknowledge her doctor, Dr. Mwai Maraj, such a beautiful soul. He would stop by almost on a weekly basis. After a hard day, a long wake, I think any of you have been to Medicross Center and see what he has to, the number of patients he sees through from morning to late at night. But he would make sure he comes by. Even if I didn't send him a message, I would just share her BPs and her vital stats with him. And he would just come by and check on her and sit and chat with her. And unfortunately, I don't think he was able to come through today. But I'm sure, Dr. Maraj, you will cherish the feeling of her holding your hands and kissing them. Your healing hands were certainly appreciated. I say the biggest thanks to Nanshle, who's become a member of her family. You came into our home as a godsend. 2 years ago, you cared for and helped Ma with such love and affection. You slept in a room with her. You helped. Sorry, I've lost my composure. Sorry about that. I'll be with you in a second. I had to write these thoughts down, otherwise I would have messed up even bigger. You cared for and you helped Ma with such love and affection. You slept in a room with her, helped her to get in and out of the bath, shared lunch and supper with her daily. You listened to her stories and did not once tire or even think that what she had said to you 1,000 times that you were tired of. In fact, you even started at stories about how Ma used to walk to school to fetch Baruch, Nikel and Tereshka, the rose trees she planted and the lemon trees. So even though you heard it 1,000 times, you started it every day to listen to it the 1,001st and 1,002nd times. Just to trigger her memories and her conversation. You taught us and you taught me what it is to stay invested in listening to Ma every minute. So even when I may have got frustrated because she couldn't hear me, you were that sobering thought to stay invested, to sit with her with the same photographs every day and to have those conversations. You were right alongside Ravi, Corin, Usha, Sharma, and all of my nieces. Thank you, and thank you again, and God bless you. You're a mother, and I wish you a happy Mother's Day, although under very difficult circumstances. And I also want to wish all the other moms here today.
That heart-wrenching words, we all feel it as well. And for those that have not paid their respects, please come through.
Casino. Don't shake here on the sea, not like why give me lights?
Then we first do it. Yeah.
overlaid to family and friends. Just to continue from the house is something I will be saying again, so my name is Ida Reddy, and I have coordinating from this morning, and I'll continue with the Eulogy. And the niece of Mom, the late Mrs. Sewduth. Today is a very sad day, as we have come to say farewell to my Mosi, my big mother, Mrs. Leilamathee Sewduth. Ladies and gentlemen, today is a very auspicious day. It is Mother's Day, and it is our Mother's Day. A mother who is someone who is so loving, compassionate, caring, strong, and protective of her family. She accepts her children for who they are. A mother has unconditional love for all her family. A mother's love is the purest form of love. And my Mosi was the intern of all of us. She led by example, and it's something that we can all take the lead from her. Ladies and gentlemen, a mother, she spreads her wings and gathers all her family. So it is so fitting that today on Mother's Day, we are here with her to bid her farewell and to celebrate her life. My Mosi was a mother, a grandmother, great-grandmother, and a great-great-grandmother of 5 generations. She was so loved by all, and we all loved her too. So today we have a few more speakers, and our first speaker for now is Sashmi Scott, Granddaughter of Mark.
Time for reunion is only ever in
our next speaker for today is one of the precious great-grandchildren of mine, and that is Caleb Sewduth. Caleb, and we are accompanied by his mother.
I would like to say a few words on behalf of my mom and myself. So, my mom speech goes like this. I greet you all in the precious name of Jesus. The Bible says in Exodus 20 verse 12, honor your father and your mother, that your days may be long in the land, that the Lord your God is giving you. I count myself blessed to have two mothers till today, my mother by birth and my granny, or whom I fondly knew as mom. These women have held me up as two pillars of strength throughout my life. Today, with a heavy heart, I bid farewell to one of them, my mom. Proverbs 31 verse 26 says, she opens her mouth with wisdom and argues the teaching of kindness is on her tongue. This truly encapsulates my granny. She was the voice of reason and direction, but also the voice of love and kindness. Growing up in Cebu Road with her, she was the woman who selflessly did whatever she could for her family, extended family, and whomever she knew. Her life was one of serving others, not asking for anything in return. The values of faith, family, charity, laughter, and the hard work ethic were instilled in my granny, and she has passed this on to us, especially the hard work. Mom truly loved her children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren immensely. At family gatherings, she would sit up late amongst all the boys, not wanting to go to bed till they were also inside. Who can forget how she would bring out the sweets and share with us? I always believed she was invincible and would overcome anything. She was never hospitalized until December last year, and her progress thereafter was nothing short of God's grace over her life. I believe that the last 4 months was God's grace and favor over us. These months were more for us at a time of mom. I will forever cherish these past months and the visits I had with her. Even through her dementia, she never forgot my name, nor that of my boys or Donovan. I am going to miss the weekend afternoon moments with her. I hope that she knew and felt the love we had for her and never felt it. I pray that I was able to show her the love that she showed me for her life. I know, however, that even though she is no longer with us, she is rejoicing in heaven, pain-free with Nana, Lal Mama, my father, Sylvie Mosi, Teddy, and all those she called for in her last peace. Matthew 5:4 says, blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. To my family, I pray that even though we will mourn the loss of Mom, may the Holy Spirit give us all peace to continue our days without her till we meet with her again. Mom, I love you and will miss you till we meet again. My speech for Nani is, today our eyes may be welled up with tears, hearts may be broken, and it might be a little harder for us to smile. However, we can have that peace of mind knowing that Nani is resting right in heaven. I'm so grateful that I could have spent time with Nani because some people aren't lucky enough to see their great-grandparents, in some cases not even their grandparents. Seeing as we were always at Mom's house, it meant that Nani was always there when we came home from school or when we went to stay during holidays. This also meant that there were countless times we were scolded. Whether it was to take our feet off the sofa even though we didn't have shoes, or why we were wearing shorts in the cold weather, or even telling me not to kick the ball like I'm on the ground when I was playing outside. I'll never forget the time she asked me what I'm studying, and when I told her I'm doing sports science, she asked me if there's any money in sports and why I didn't take up teaching. But through all the scolding, Nani was always so loving towards Micah and I, whether it was cutting apples fast, covering our feet with a blanket when we fell asleep, or even her gentle hands holding mine when I sat next to her. I pray that the Paracletos of our God, our Comforter, His Leilamathee and the extended family, peace even as we lay So Nani, until I see you again, I will miss you and your Anna and Mom Christians. I know you're smiling down at all of us. Love you and miss you.
Thank you, Sewduth. That was truly powerful. My love to you all, the children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren. And if I remember something, one of their patients when I was there, one of the grandchildren told her something, and she had forgotten. And then she says, she couldn't remember, and they had to repeat. She says, Lily, I cannot remember, but please find me and miss you. Our next speaker is Shivani Hassan. Shivani.
To my mind, when tomorrow comes, I will embrace the privilege of still being your granddaughter. When tomorrow comes, I will smile as your memories fill my heart. When tomorrow comes, I'll be happy for all the yesterdays I got to share with you. But for today, I will cry for the Nani I cannot see you. I cannot see you on a Sunday afternoon. But today I will mourn not being able to hear the voice. Blessed are those who have been cared for you, nurtured in your home. Blessed are those who have been touched by your strength. Blessed are those who have been covered in your selflessness. When tomorrow comes, we will go on. But for today, there will be no wrapped gifts. Just all our presence around you today. And to say, we are grateful and thankful to you. And as the heavens open up and rejoice with your homecoming, we want to say to you one final time here in this world today. Happy Mother's Day. We love you, God. So continue to go into our days because due to time constraints. Our next speaker will be Diane.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. I'm going to ask you to bear with me because I'm going to repeat some of the things I said at home, but hopefully some of what I said will have some more meaning too. At the outset, I wanted to take the opportunity to thank each and every one of you for making time to not just come over home and come with us, but to also make time of today to come home as well as to Mom's final singing. It is always difficult to lose a loved one, and more especially on Mother's Day when we have to say no to Mom. Talking about Mother's Day, at this stage I want to also acknowledge my mother-in-law. I forgot to do that when I was so emotional at home. It's been a difficult quarter of this year. Just over a month ago, on the 17th of March, we lost my my mother-in-law, Judith. So it's been a tough losing 2 mothers in a short time. Amazingly, I tell the story because when Carmen came back home after 3 months of taking care of her mom in PE, and she finally got home, we used to obviously keep a lot of things away from mom because, you know, as usual, we don't want to upset her. And we took advantage of her forgetfulness to not tell her about everybody that passed away, everybody that was sick. But amazingly, although we used to keep a lot of things away from mom and did not tell her about Judy's passing, she knew immediately that something was wrong when Karen walked through the door after about 3.5 months being away. And she was absolutely devastated that Judy was no more. As you also heard, we have a family that's a very, very nice mixed bag of a lot of cultures and religions. We have a tribute in Christianity, we have Muslim, we have Hindus, and I do believe we have somebody Buddhist. But we take comfort from the fact that Pandit assured us that Mom passed on peacefully during an auspicious period on Thursday and they shared Philadelphia on Friday. And of course it was Ascension Day on Thursday when Ma's soul left the body to ascend to the journey towards moksha. The reason I tell you that is because it also epitomized Ma's values, where she embodied everybody and everybody. And that was engraved in us as her children, as her grandchildren. And I'm sure you must have picked that up in some of the tributes. You also heard that Ma's life was quite a difficult one, but she put all of her sacrifices and hard work with the best way that you could remember her, and that was with a smile. She toiled night and day for not just her family, but also for the extended family, and everybody else that came to live at the home or visit. She made sure that she gave her back home for washing stone, or she set up, got up early in the morning to prepare meals, and set up late at night at the cold stove, ironing our clothes. And for that, we will be forever grateful. One of the things that she would constantly repeat, early in the morning, she would always talk about when is she going to be discharged, when is she going home, even though she was home since she was discharged in hospital in December. But she would always ask us when we came home. And only when she went to the lounge outside and she sat in the lounge there, then she would talk about the lemon tree that she planted in the last street, and then she settled down to know that she was at home. She often, or every day, reminded us about our family home in Sewduth and when we were going to take her there. Because at that place, obviously, our long-term memory would remember all of the children and all of the family. Even though Mark comes from very strong stock, and we heard Mark also speak about that earlier at home, it was quite obvious that all of the physical struggles, the wear and tear on the body, didn't have its toll. But it was the determination to make sure that the family was well provided for and everybody was taken for that actually drove on and on and on. So much so that even in the last few months, even though, as I said, she was worn down, it was amazing to take her vital signs at least twice a day: blood pressure, oxygen saturation, pulse rate. Even when I was away and not sure, or she was at home, we'll take her readings and we would see, and I would send them off to a doctor, and it was amazing. This is absolutely fine because it really was great. Sadly, it was a mental space that I think really played games with my life. The dementia and the short-term memory loss would obviously make her completely disoriented. And she couldn't obviously deal with much of what she was going through, and hence the questions. For us, looking at the vital signs on a daily basis would often make us think that she was invincible. But we all know that nobody is invincible. Even though she was sick and weak, I think our biggest concern was not about the pain or what have you. Our biggest concern was she's going to suddenly wake up from the lounge and start marching off into the bathroom on her own, which she did. And it was a huge shock. Sometimes you just turn around and she's not there where she was seated. Or fortunately, I used to work from home, and even though I was nearby, by the time I pick up my head up from the laptop, she's already halfway. And all of us in the state shouting about why isn't she asking for help. But that is who she was. She was a determined individual to get things done her way. And I think Sash spoke about her stubbornness and the tenacity. But that resilience suddenly came through in all of the children. And you see that in all of the grandchildren. And you see the strong, brave women that she reared. And that emulated her as well. And that's not to take anything away from all of the grandsons, etc. I think the grandsons, as we heard, they would get accolades even if they didn't deserve it. For me, it was very pleasing in the last half an hour to see how she smiled and how she radiated that brightness and how calm she was. And and then Grandchild had supper, and then unfortunately soon after supper, somewhere around 6:45, she breathed the last. But it went pretty quick, and unfortunately Mama was not with us. I certainly acknowledge all of the support, all of the well-wishers, all of the help that we had during Ma's illness and during her recovery at home, and especially over the last few days. We also acknowledge Ma's two surviving sisters that you see here, mostly from Marisburg. To all the difficulties she's been by, it was so reassuring every time we get that telephone call, and in a soft, gentle voice, she would speak to Mark, even though Mark couldn't hear well. She would certainly acknowledge the video call, and mostly reassuring us, about how great she or how well she felt that Ma was looking good and bright and easy. Mark Corsi as well, thank you very much as well. Always making those calls, sometimes any time of day and night. I couldn't even keep up with some of those messages, but thank you for your care and your support. You probably heard, when you walked in, you probably heard my cousin Arjun and Maya, the members of the Sanghi, Suri Sanghi, playing the musical instruments. And it may have been strange at a Hindu funeral having musical instruments being played rather than just singing. And for me, the beauty of that is that it was a celebration of last night. Even last night we were at home, the night before, yes, we all grieved and we probably grieved for a long time. But it was so great to experience the celebration that everybody's remembered of all the food that Morris prepared and get together around her and everybody coming around and visiting her. And I think that's very reassuring for us to have that celebration of her life. And thank you very much to my nieces and everybody else, the children. So that's how we would actually actually like to remember. I also want to acknowledge her doctor, Dr. Maharaj. He obviously couldn't make the funeral, but he's such a beautiful soul that would stop almost on a weekly basis to check on her. And I'm sure he too would cherish the feeling of her holding onto his hand tightly and thanking him and even kissing his healing hands. I do want to say the biggest thanks to Eulogy, as I did at home. Eulogy, you came into our home as about 72 years ago. You came and helped her with such love and affection. You stepped in the room and helped her to get in and out of the bathroom, and shared with her the lunch and supper often that you prepared with your own hands. You listened to the stories and did not tire once to even stop those stories yourself, so that you could trigger off the memories and conversations. Obviously, Mom used to be very wise, but as soon as you got her going, she would tell you things from 50 years ago, 40 years ago. And now she would do this every day, asking her or reminding her, oh, so tell me how you planted the lemon tree and the rose tree. Tell me how you used to go and fetch the cow and Tereshka and nourish the school, and then that would set her off. Nanshu was a very calming presence even for me. When Margaret would cheer and I would shout out, and she would say, no, it's fine, you can repeat it 100 times more, and there's no harm in doing that. There's no need to get flustered because she couldn't hear you. You taught us what it is to stay invested in world for every minute of the day. You were right alongside my sisters, Robin, Usha, Shalma, and my dear wife, Connie, and all of my nieces, taking care of mom. So thank you, everybody, and thank you, and God bless you. You too know you are a mother, and I wish you a happy Mother's Day, although under very difficult circumstances. And I thank you for listening to me.
and your granddaughter. Go well on your journey. Still we meet Sunday. Namaste. And you over to Pandit.
आद्यामुख प्रत्यक्ष प्रत्यक्ष नृत्य उत्तम लोक प्रत्यातम मोदे निरिकम कनिष्ठ जैसे आद्यामुख गोत्र Leilamathee Sewduth tanto Buddha nasa Rudra devato ayeshete video media tanto de que to ayeshete video media ada yang memperkatakan tentang nilai utama lokal perjalanan mulai dari Malaysia ada yang berkontrak dalam kereta tas tanya bayan yang ada pada Malaysia itu Shivanandaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Shivanandaya. Nenam Chenanti Shashrani. Nenam Devati Pavatana. Na Chenam Vedyanti Apo. Na Shoshakti Aruna. This world that we live in is called the Dialogue, meaning the land of death. Although every one of us has got some sort of fear of death, we must always understand and appreciate that the soul, the Atma, is eternal. It is only this body that's made up of the five material elements: earth, water, fire, air, and ether that dies, and the elements return to the sources from which they came. The soul, the Atma, in accordance with the governing actions of the individual, will then attain a new body. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 23, emphasizes the eternal nature of the Atma, which is beyond the reach of material things. Chapter 2, verse 23 states that this soul, this Atma, cannot be cut by any weapon, burned by fire, wet by water, nor dried by the wind. Death is simply a change of body for the soul. Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 verse 22 says that just as a person casts off worn out garments and puts on new ones, so the embodied soul casts off worn out body in order to enter into new ones. This process will carry on until moksha is reached. So our aim should always be to try and attain the stage of moksha. We've got all our scriptures, we've got all our saints, we advisors and directors who will be making that decision. We'll shortly be going to the antechamber to complete the last rites. If there's anyone who has not had the opportunity thus far to get their respect, please come forward now. We're now going to afford the immediate family members a few minutes to offer those and say their prayers. Please
Shani to come over.
chant. सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् विघ्नः ॐ सहनो भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति राम नाम